Done not by my control. Thank you kindly, Ian. You're a delight, by the way. All right, here we go. If you are listening, please know you are doing a different DBQ than first period. So, your homework for tonight is second period, you guys are doing using the following prompt to analyze similarities and differences in the mechanization of the cotton industry in Japan and in India. First period is doing division of Europe. Guess what? You're both going to be writing the same damn essays at some point anyway. So you're just going to write this starting this weekend. They're going to write this one you're doing just opposite. Is everyone clear? So don't think they're better than you. I can see some of your faces. You'd rather be writing about Africa than industry of cotton, but that's fine. Okay. Your homework for tonight, trying to ease you into writing week, is you are just completing happy for every single one of your documents. That's it. You're just doing your happy. There happens to be 10 documents, but after that, that's it. So 10 documents you are going to create a happy for. Is everyone clear on what the homework is for tonight? Tomorrow when you come in, it is important that you understand that all of your documents are completed. We're going to start grouping them tomorrow together, and then I'm going to help you write it. Okay? Because as I've done with every essay that I've taught you, is that the first time we go through it, I teach you the very broad, here's the formatting, these are the things you need to be looking for and kind of get you going into it, and then the second time we finalize the details and clean it up, correct? Well, some of the things I taught you, you actually need to do more of. Like there needs to be more analysis or synthesis. Every single document has to be synthesized. I only made you do one in each group. So, going through, adding more complexity to what we've already covered. Is everyone clear on that? So, it's the formatting is correct. We're just going to add a little bit more complexity to the DBQs, which means tomorrow in class, I need to be able to just talk to you about documents. Do I have any kindness towards anyone who does not show up prepared to my class? I have zero kindness, zero tolerance for it, especially during writing week. Tomorrow, you need to come to class with all of your documents done and being able to have a conversation about the documents, because I can't do what I need to do unless you do your job. Okay? Tomorrow in class, we're going to write out most of the DBQ together. You're going to finish the writing of that DBQ, hopefully in class, that's my goal. And then this weekend, you're going to be writing a DBQ from start to finish, and that'll be due on Monday. Okay? So, whatever we finish today in class makes it easier for you tonight. Whatever we do tomorrow in class makes it easier for your weekend. You will have a DBQ over the weekend. Is everyone clear on that? Okay, perfect. So let's get started. All right, keep in mind, when you see up top it says an hour and a half, keep in mind that's for 2 essays. Now, on my board, as you can see, I have it pretty vague. Today, we're to pass out papers, and you have docs only for homework tonight. Everything else is a little vague because it takes clarifying, seeing what you need, seeing what you don't need, asking those different types of things. As the week progresses, dictates how the week goes. On Wednesday, you have a timed LEQ. You have 40 minutes to write it. 40 minutes is incredibly gracious, and you will never see that again, even in a timed writing, which you will have again. 40 minutes is very kind. Keep in mind, this says it's supposed to be an hour and 30 minutes for 2 essays. That means a DBQ and a long essay. They're expecting you to write a DBQ in 55 minutes. Now, I could probably write it in about 45 to 50 minutes, but I've been doing these since I was a sophomore in high school, and I am definitely no longer a sophomore in high school. That's a lot of practice in between now and then. So, you're really on AP day, you're probably going to have about 20 to 30 minutes on the high end of 30 minutes. That would be awesome if you had 30 minutes to write it. Realistically, you're not. So 40 minutes is very, very gracious and very, very kind. Jackson. It's going to be on 5. It's going to be on 5. All right, here we go. So, keep in mind, you're supposed to do everything we're doing today and tomorrow in 55 minutes. How do we get there? We practice. Okay, 15 minutes reading the document. Question 1 is based on the accompanying documents. You have to have a thesis. You have to have argument. You're going to defend an argument here. Use the documents. Sourcing the documents. Okay, contextualization. We include that in our thesis paragraph. Outside evidence. We cite that in every single paragraph we write. And synthesis. This is really what we're going to be stressing this week. Every document has to be synthesized. There is no summary in DBQs. Synthesis, synthesis, synthesis. Okay, so here's your prompt. Using the following documents, analyze similarities and differences in the mechanization of the cotton industry in Japan and in India from the period of the 1880s to the 1930s. Okay, so this essay is comparing India and Japan, similarities and differences in their mechanization of the cotton industry. Okay, so as we're going through the documents, we need to make sure we're separating Japan and India, correct? Because we've got to compare them. Let's go. Document 1, data gathered by British colonial authorities. Production of cotton, yarn, and cloth in India. So what document is this for? India. Okay, so let's make it clear. We need to be able to reference it quickly. So, 1884, hand spun, 150, machine. Okay, 1894, is it going up or down? Down. Is it going up or down? Down. 1914, up or down? Down. Machine spun, 151 to 381. Is it going up or down? It's going up. 532, up or down? And 652, up or down? Up. Hand woven cloth. It goes from 1,000 to 1,200. Up or down? Up. Okay, up or down? Up or down? Is this going up slowly or quickly? Slow. Would we say machine spun fast or slow? Fast. Absolutely. It's going up huge amounts. Machine made cloth. 232 to 429. Up or down? 429 to 545. And 1,100. Up or down? Up. Slow or fast? Fast. So we're looking at, we see fast, slow, fast. What are we noticing? Their machine. Machine production is what? Production is incredibly fast increases. Okay, so happy historical. What do we got for the historical? Is this pre or post industrialization? It is post industrialization. Post-industrial India / Britain. Okay? Who's the audience of this piece? Who would want this? Who would be reading this? Jackson. British colonial authorities. Absolutely. British authorities. What is the purpose of this? What is the purpose of this, Lily? Okay, sort of, Catherine?
To show how the machines are improving the production.
Okay, it's showing the improvement. Trey?
Comparing how machines work better than
Okay, it's comparing growth of machine / hand and over time, correct? Okay, it's looking at over time, because keep in mind that our machine spun and our hand woven cloth is also increasing. So you can't say it's only increasing there, so we have to keep that in mind. What is the point of view? Why would the person put this all down? What are they trying to convey to us? What do you got, Matthew? The British are receiving positive economic gain from India. Right. Do you think this money is going to Indians? Nah. Positive economic gains for Britain. Okay, why do we care about this? Ian?
I'd say this could have affected what the colonial authorities invested their resources in.
Okay, so they're going to be more or less likely to invest in India? More. Shows how valuable India is to who? To Britain. They call it the jewel in the crown. All right, here we go. Document 2. Data from the Japanese Imperial Cabinet Bureau of Statistics. So what country?
Japan.
All right, production of cotton yarn in Japan, both hand spun and machine spun. So is this a direct comparison?
No.
Well, kind of. Document 1 is India, which is hand woven and machine. Now we have Japan, so that's a nice direct comparison here. All right, 1884 we got 5 million pounds. 1894 we have 117. Is that increase or decrease?
Increase.
1904 278. 1914 666. All right, so massive changes from 1884 to 1894. Can we agree? 5 to 117. Damn. Okay, so what's the historical significance?
After.
Bye, darling. Thank you. Enjoy your rating tonight. Your judging. What do you got, Catherine?
Is it just post-industrial Japan?
Okay, it is clearly post-industrial Japan. Okay. Who's the audience for this? Who's the audience? Abby. Japanese government officials, absolutely. Okay. What is the purpose of the piece? What do we got? I see you, Trey. I'm not trying to ignore you. What's the purpose, Georgia? Okay, it shows rapid growth of Japan's economic gains. Okay, shows the rapid. Okay, what is the point of view? What is the point of view of this? What is the big thing it shows us? What do you got?
That through their industrialization, that we can go up in power over Western Europe.
Guys, keep in mind, India, which has been industrialized by the British, who've been industrialized first, only have produced 532 in 1904. A country who just industrialized has 278. What is that telling you about it? Catherine?
They industrialize like really rapidly.
Very rapid industrialization. We say it's incredibly successful? Very successful. Would we say all countries industrialize very quickly? Would we say that all countries industrialize successfully? What is a perfect example not only of a country that does not industrialize rapidly nor successfully? They're huge. Russia, absolutely. Okay, they failed 5 times. We haven't even met the guy yet who is going to industrialize them. Why is this significant, Greta?
Shows Japan in power.
Okay, shows Japan is becoming a world power. Absolutely. Look at it. All right, document 3. Here we go. Okay. 2 women recalling their girlhoods working in a Japanese textile factory circa 1900. Okay, so what country is it? Okay, so from morning while it was still dark, we worked in the lamp-lit factory till 10 at night. After work, we hardly had the strength to stand on our feet. When we worked later into the night, they occasionally gave us a yam. Sweet potato. We then had to do our washing, fix our hair, and so on. By then, it would be 11 o'clock. There was no heat. Even in the winter, we had to sleep huddled together to stay warm. We were not paid the first year. In the second year, my parents got 35 yen, and the following year, 50 yen. So let's stop here. Okay, so Japan at this point is newly industrialized, or are we in our reform era? It's a newly industrialized country. So, no reforms in place, correct? No reforms in place. Okay, we're going to see that they have, there's no heat even in winter. What is the one thing that really sticks out to you in this phrase? What's the one thing, Jackson? They weren't paid the first year, fine. What is the big kicker here, though, Henry? Their parents. Now, if you had to guess, Henry, why did their parents get paid? They're women, yes. Their disparity amongst the sexes. Okay? No heat, even in winter, had to sleep huddled together, so very poor living conditions. And that goes back to the no reforms. Soon after I went to work in the factory, my younger sister, Aki, came to work there too. I think she worked for about 2 years, then took to her bed because of illness. So, 2 years later, have they reformed? No. At that time, there were about 36 people in the factory. Those who clearly had lung troubles were sent home right away. Everyone feared tuberculosis, and no one would come near such patients. Aki was also sent home and died soon after. When she was in her 13th year, Aki had come to the factory determined to be a 100-yen worker and make our mother happy. I can never forget her sad eyes as she left the factory sickly and pale. So, whose responsibility is it? Is it the patients or the factory? It's the patient's fault. It's the patient's fault. She leaves sad. Okay, it's the patient's fault. It's blamed on them. Okay, so what is the historical significance of it? What is the historical significance, Garrett?
It shows how, soon after their industrialization, they didn't have any reforms and the conditions were really bad.
Poor conditions post-industrialization. What do you got? What is the audience? Who is the audience of this piece? You think a factory owner is going to give a crap? They didn't even pay their people for the first year. I guess we'll figure it out.
Is it the other workers?
It's other factory workers and media. Let people know, try to make reforms, right? Don't you think that's what she wants?
Yeah.
She's obviously not pleased. She obviously wants the news to get out. Goodbye. Oh.